Right, we've got a demonstration now from Loti. What are we going to have a look at, Loti?
Let's make a postcard.
Let's do it.
Let's use it. So I've got, this is watercolour cardstock, so I'm really going to throw some mediums at it. This is Pink Frog watercolour card. They're great. So I'm just going to do a bit of an oxide mop-up really on the mat here. So I've got picked raspberry, or as Leonie would say, pickled raspberry. I've got the new speckled egg distress oxide.
Is it
and
not
then
pickled raspberry then?
No, it's picked.
I've always thought it was pickled.
No, nobody pickles raspberries, Janice.
Do they not?
No,
Okay.
I don't think so anyway.
Oh,
if you
right.
do, I'm really sorry. So we're going to give this a spritz. I've added the vintage photo in there just to give that vintage effect, but I do want this to be a bright one because I did make one here, and I called it online. I said it was a bit post-apocalyptic.
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, so it's ripped, it's got the real vintage tones, and then we've attached with washi here the memory pocket. So yeah, a little bit post-apocalyptic circus there.
I love that.
So we're going to make something similar. So give this a spritz. So let's get that oxidization happening with those inks, and we're going to just mop up on the right side here. So yeah, just a really quick background. Obviously, you know all your background techniques, you see them every day. I've got quite enough on there, I don't think. So I'm just drying this off a little bit. I forgot to bring some kitchen roll actually, which is my mistake. And I'm just going to add some with my brush as well to get that colour on there. I was using my heat gun last night and I thought, I wonder what the kids are doing. It smells a little bit like marshmallows, and I'd actually burnt the paper.
Oh no.
And it was great because it was vintage and it was amazing, but be careful with your heat gun.
Yeah, do be clearly be careful, especially if your name's Janice. Be careful with a heat gun. And that's me, by the way, everyone, not you guys.
Have you had a run-in with a heat gun, or?
Pardon?
Have you had a run-in with a heat gun?
Oh, Lottie, every time I pick one up, it's either not working properly or overworking, or I'm standing there looking at it, and then, yeah, it's...
Wow. I'm just going to dry this off.
Okay. I think it's fun, though, building up these layers to make it look vintage.
It's all about layers. You might think, oh, that really turned out, I'll start again, but just add more layers. Yeah.
The dirtier, the better, really. You didn't hear that, bless her. Got the heat gun on. The dirtier, the better.
Well.
With your stamps and stuff.
Oh, Janice. Right then, so we've got our stamps. So for this one, I'm going to add our carte postale at the top here. I've just got one of my blocks, and the ink that I'm going to use is an archival grey. It's called Watering Can, and I just think it gives it that kind of, it's been written a long time ago kind of look. Just going to ink that up here, and we're going to stamp it at the top. Now, because I'm going to have a washi tape hinge to attach this to a memory pocket, I'm going to come down a little bit more than I would normally. And that stamps like that. Nice to do vintage if you're not confident, because you got that faded look. Doesn't matter. So next I've got one of our postmarks. I'm going to add this one this time. Again, we're just going to ink it up. It can be quite nice to do it in the same oxides that you've used, so it kind of all blends in. So I'm just going to add this postmark as well. But yeah, they're great to add in. They're really cute. Decorating the envelopes is really important as the card, I think. So that's those stamps there. And then I've also got my to and from, which I'm going to add in. So let's just quickly add these in. It's a really nice handwritten font as well. It's not just kind of a basic font. Really looks handwritten.
And by that, you're crafting it now in 2020, but it actually looks like something from the 1940s.
Super cool.
A bit like myself.
Wow.
I said it before you did.
So let's go with Missing You in the middle here. So you can mix and match your messages and really have fun. And you can even make it a genuine postcard. It's quite nice, like you said earlier, to write to people, especially right now when we're not seeing our friends and family. So we've got that there. We could put the address the other side, but I've actually got a picture This is me at the Moulin Rouge. So yeah, you can make your photos look really vintage by doing lots of things on your phone and different apps and things. And I printed this on one of the small kind of printers that you can get, the handheld printers. So yeah. There's our postcard.
Do you know what you could do, Lottie, as well? The picture that you've got of yourself on that side, that could be the main picture of the postcard on the other side if you do it on the right paper.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
If you maybe have your standard 4x6 photo paper, you can make a 4x6 photo postcard. Yeah.
That's I love that, and I love the one that you've got all vintage at the top there. Isn't that inspiring?